I used to think earning a cat's trust was simple. Feed them, don't step on their tail. Done. I was completely wrong. Here's the thing. Your cat is running a silent audit on you every single day, and the score matters more than you think. It determines whether they sleep next to you, whether they show you their belly, whether they come when you call, or whether they bolt the second you stand up too fast. A 2019 study out of Oregon State found that cats form attachment bonds nearly identical to the bond between human infants and their parents. But here's what the study didn't say out loud. Those bonds are conditional. Your cat isn't just attached to you by default. They're evaluating you. So let me walk you through the 7 things your cat is silently scoring you on. Some you're acing, others you're failing, without even knowing you were being tested. 1. The greeting test. You walk through the door. You beeline straight for your cat, bending down, reaching out, making intense eye contact. You just lost points. To a cat, a large creature charging toward them is not a warm welcome. It's a threat assessment. A 2020 study from the University of Lincoln found that cats allowed to initiate contact show lower stress and longer, more positive interactions. So here's the rule. When you come home, slow blink at your cat. Say something, then walk past them. Let them close the gap. If they follow you into the kitchen within 2 minutes, high trust score. If they don't move, you've got work to do. 2. The vulnerability audit. A slow blink from across the room, rolling onto their side with one paw tucked, sitting with their back to you. You think that's just your cat being comfortable. It's not. It's a test. When a cat exposes a vulnerable position around you, they're watching to see what you do with it. Do you respect the signal? Or do you immediately reach in and break the moment? Researchers at the University of Portsmouth confirmed in a 2020 scientific report study that the slow blink is a genuine trust signal. Cats who received slow blinks were significantly more likely to approach the owner. So every time your cat slow blinks and you blink back, +1. Every time they show you their back and you let them be, +1. Every time you ignore the signal and go for the belly anyway, minus several. 3. The consent test. You ever pet a cat who was purring, leaning in, loving it, and then they bite your hand and walk off? That's not moodiness. That's the consent test. And you failed. Cats don't escalate without warning. The signs are there, you're just missing them. Twitching tail tip, ears rotating backward, a sudden stillness where there was movement a moment ago. That's your cat saying, I'm almost done. If you keep going, they learn something specific. You don't listen. You're not safe. The trust damage from ignoring consent is worse than never petting them at all, because now the cat knows you'll push past their boundaries, and they'll start avoiding contact just to stay in control. Here's how you pass. Every 10 seconds of petting, pause. Pull your hand back 2 inches. If they lean in, keep going. If they don't, stop. You just earned more trust than any treat could buy. 4. The eye contact score. Staring at a cat without blinking is aggression in cat language. You know this. But how many times a day do you do it anyway? Your cat walks in. You look up. Direct eye contact. Maybe you smile. To you, it's affection. To them, it's a challenge. Every eye contact moment is either a deposit or a withdrawal. Stare without blinking. Withdrawal. Slow blink. Deposit. Look away after the blink. Bigger deposit, because you just signaled you're not a threat and you're also not demanding anything. Do this 5 times a day and your cat will shift how they behave around you. 5. The routine reliability rating. Cats are obsessive scorekeepers of consistency. They notice everything you don't. Feed them at 7 a.m. all week, then sleep in until 9 on Saturday. They notice. Come home at 8 instead of 6. Noticed and logged. Here's why it matters. A cat's survival strategy is built entirely on knowing their environment. When you become unpredictable, their baseline stress rises, and trust cannot coexist with elevated stress. You don't need to be perfect. You need one non-negotiable ritual per day. Same thing, same time. That single anchor tells the cat, this human is consistent. I can predict them. And predictability to a cat is safety. 6. The belly trap assessment. Cat rolls over, shows belly. You think belly rub. Here's what the cat is actually saying. I trust you enough to expose my most vulnerable area. Please don't prove me wrong. The belly is not an invitation, it's a confession. In the wild, a cat's abdomen is never exposed casually. A belly up position is an extreme act of trust. When you immediately touch that belly, what the cat learns is that their trust signal triggers a violation. Some cats genuinely enjoy belly rubs after months or years of trust building. And even then, the cat initiates. Not you. When your cat shows you their belly, Hands off, slow blink, soft voice, moment passes. You just aced the most important trust test in the book. 7. The scent integration score. Final exam. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, forehead, tail base, and paw pads. When they rub against you, they are not just being affectionate, they're marking you. A cat who marks you is claiming you as part of their colony, and cats don't mark things they don't trust. So the score is simple. Does your cat rub against your legs when you come home? Head bump your hand? Walk between your legs at the kitchen counter? If yes, you passed. The cat has accepted you. If no, it doesn't mean they dislike you. It means the audit is still in progress, and everything you just learned is how you pass it. Here's what you'll notice over the next week. Your cat will look at you differently. They'll stay in the room longer. They'll initiate contact instead of just tolerating it. And eventually, they'll show you something you've been missing. Not because they changed, but because you finally started speaking their language. Which one of these were you failing without knowing it? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want the specific things cats do every day to say I love you that most owners completely miss, that video is right here.